The government is planning to launch the EPFO 3.0 plan, introducing features like PF withdrawals via ATMs and the option for employees to contribute beyond the 12% cap, enabling flexibility for higher contributions. Additionally, the Labour Ministry is also considering a revamp of the 1995 Employees Pension Scheme, allowing employees to directly contribute to their pension accounts, ensuring better retirement benefits. I have our in-house expert Giri Prakash for a short chat on this. Giri, my first question is how will the removal of the 12% cap on employee contributions impact the overall savings behavior and retirement security of EPFO subscribers?
So what will happen is that travelers will now have the flexibility of increasing their contribution, and that's exactly the removal of the cap means. And they could actually uh, contribute more on their personal financial goals. What remains will be the employer's contribution. That will remain static. That will remain the same thing, and that will remain fixed at 12%. But the employees can go ahead and contribute more. So that's one of the benefits of the 3.0 EPFO.
So, how will this new plan impact the employer contributions?
So that will remain fixed at 12%, which will be calculated on basis of the employee's salary. And the employer's contribution will still allocate 8.33% towards the employee pension scheme, which will sort of maintain the stability in pension funding. So this will obviously mean that the employee pension scheme 95, they can increase their pension benefit, ensuring better financial support during retirement. And this option allows the employees to have a financially stable retirement life. So these are the good parts, but there are also the bad parts to it.
Okay, so you just spoke about financial stability. So, what measures are being considered to ensure that this option is actually financially sustainable? And you also spoke about the bad parts of it. So, can you please explain that a bit more?
So what will happen is that some part of it will actually go to the pension scheme. Some part can be withdrawn. That's something that is there. Now, if you look at the bad part, so or rather, I won't say the bad part. It's more some kind of a drawback. So what happens is that there will be a relocation of funds from EPF to EPS, which is Employee Pension Scheme. Under the new rules, a portion of the Employee Provident Fund will be directed towards enhancing the EPS, that is the Employee Pension Scheme. This shift means that while the pension payouts might increase, retirees might see a reduction in the EPF corpus, which could actually, overall impact their retirement savings and future withdrawals. So basically, what does it mean? It means that there will be a loss of compounding benefits from the EPF scheme, and that's the best thing about the EPF, right? So that might get reduced, right? In the long term, it could actually get diminished. And then what nobody's talking about, the elephant in the room kind of a syndrome. What nobody is talking about is the withdrawal itself. They say that you can withdraw from the ATM and all that stuff. I do hope it happens, but let us look at the bureaucratic delays. I mean, when you're taking the money from the employees, no questions are asked regarding whether your uh, whether the name is complete, whether the beneficiary name is complete, whether the exact EPF number is there or not. You just take that money and just put it in a scheme. But when it comes to withdrawal, then suddenly out of the blue saying that your name does not match with the name that you had given to the employer, it is stuck somewhere. You're not transferred your EPF from one employer to another employer. All these questions are not asked when the money is going from your salary. But when the withdrawal thing happens, a whole lot of questions are asked, it gets delayed. So, one part is good, the other part is a huge drawback. There's no point in, uh, having everything good in one part. The second part is more important than the first part, the withdrawal stuff. And a lot of money gets stuck, whole lot of lakhs of employees. Once they retire, they, for some bureaucratic reason or the other, their EPF has been withheld, and then red tapeism. These people have to go back and forth to the EPF office. The money is stuck there. They are not able to get. Then what's the use? So there are alternatives to EPF scheme. There is something called voluntary provident fund. So what happens there is that it allows employees to contribute an additional amount or the mandatory 12%. Of course, that is going to be removed. Now, the eligibility is that only salaried individuals can participate. The interest rate seems to be the same, around 8.25 to 8.75%. And contributions qualify for tax deductions under Section 80C of the Income Tax Act, similar to EPF. And withdrawals can be made under similar conditions as EPF, with a lock-in period until retirement or resignation. And there is something called Public Provident Fund. Now, it's government-backed savings scheme, so obviously it's more stable. It's available to all residents, whether you are employed or not. And the minimum is rupees 500 rupees, and the maximum is 1.5 lakh rupees per year. And currently, around 8.7% is the interest rate that's the yield that you get, and the same tax benefit that is there in VPF and EPF is there. Then you have the National Pension Scheme. It's a retirement focused investment scheme that allows individuals to have a mix of equity, corporate bonds, government securities, all debt schemes, right, and alternative investment funds. And anybody between the ages of 18 and 65 can contribute to this scheme. There's no upper limit to the contributions, but a minimum contribution is required, and it's completely market linked returns. So obviously, the performance of the shortlisted assets are the ones that will drive your interest rates, and they get more or less the similar kind of tax benefit. And then, of course, the most common one, mutual funds. So that's another one that you can look at. But in all these, the employer's contribution is missing of 12.5, or whatever that they decide to do. Now, but then there is a lot. These schemes are a lot more flexible, right? And your ability to withdraw whenever you want it is always there. So there are good things about the new pension, the new EPF, and there are drawbacks. But then if they can fix those gaps in the withdrawal, I think it will be a very good scheme. And hopefully the employer's contribution will also get enhanced at some point in time.